All right, welcome, guys. If you are listening to a recording, and if you're listening right now, you're in the class. So we're talking week 3, Tuesday, and this is health for year 8 central studies. And today's focus is on vitamins, minerals, and water. So learning intentions today is that we want to understand why, as a young person, or even as an adult as well, growing bodies need vitamins and minerals. So we're talking for you as a teenager growing as well, but also after after sports or after physical activity, your body is going to need vitamins and minerals, even daily as well. It's important for just the regular routine that you're going through as well. I'm also going to understand why everyone should drink water as well. So two learning intentions for today. So let's do a bit of a brainstorm, guys. Why do we need vitamins and minerals? What happens if we don't get enough? What is going to be our problem there? Hey, that's a really good one. Okay, do you want to put that one up there, Shalise? So everyone, can you get your name arrow up there? And then just put in a sentence what you think might happen if we were to cut all vitamins and minerals, which you get from your foods, out. How might you feel? What might happen? What happened to the function of our particular organs? What might happen? All right. So if I just go on a bulk diet of rice, what am I gonna look like? If I just ate rice 24/7, or it could be anything. Okay. If I were to eat just wheat bix, um, all right. Let's do an example. Okay. If I were to, because you guys know I've got a beehive. All right. If I were to just for the rest of my life, I were to choose to just eat honey, what would happen? All right. How far do you think I'd get if I were to just eat honey? Honeycomb. I eat the bees as well. That's it. All right. Probably eating bees is not a good idea. Um, Definitely not. Don't recommend it. Never done it, and probably wouldn't want to. But yes, you can eat the wax. Actually, some people do eat. They chew it and then they get the honey out and get the honeycomb. But if I'll just eat one particular food, we talked about the different food groups. I'm not even going to eat meat. I'm not going to eat carbs. If I were to I'm going to go full grizzly and just eat honey for even bears don't eat just honey, guys. You think of Winnie the Pooh. Winnie definitely, he's very misleading. Like a real bear, like Richard, you would have seen them. Has anyone seen that? It's like the not the tuna fish ad, but the fish ad when he goes over. Yeah, the salmon. There's like an ad where the bear goes over, gets the salmon, and then the John West runs over there, and then has a bit of a fight, steals the fish from him. So even the bear is getting protein. They eat berries. They eat a whole bunch of different stuff as well. So they eat everything, all right, just like us. But yeah, some people have got some really good ideas up there. So Shalisa said we won't be able to function properly. Absolutely. Even if I were to, just eat honey today and that's it, I would probably, I think I'd faint because I'm gonna, be doing some physical activity later on tonight, playing tennis. I'm just gonna run out of energy. My body's going to start breaking down. I would feel absolutely Alabama. I'm going to feel really tired. All right, if I don't have vitamins and minerals, I'm going to feel super tired and probably weak and probably pale. And then eventually, I might actually, have to go to hospital, and I probably would get sick and probably, unfortunately die. So that is the extreme. But hopefully, everyone is going to, you obviously have vitamins and minerals in your diet already because you're all here, which is fantastic. But we can up that as well. All right. So you can even, some people have deficiencies of certain vitamins and certain minerals. So it's important that we get them in there as well. So yeah, we might feel sick and weak as well. Great brainstorm, guys, as well. Okay. So back in the day, pirates lived on nothing but dried meat, wheat biscuits, and water. What are some health consequences of this limited diet? So first of all, why were pirates only eating dried meat, wheat biscuits, and water? Does anyone want to? Why would Captain Jack Sparrow? Ah, Captain Jack Sparrow. Why would he want to be eating just dried meat, wheat biscuits, and water? Why would they be doing that? Let's unpack that. It sort of cuts into what Richard was teaching us earlier in the term about Vikings. You know, very similar time. Well, thanks, Nick, for sharing that as well. So, yeah, if you get a deficiency of certain vitamins, sometimes you have to take a supplement um, for that as well. So, I know people who have had B12. No, keep on typing that up, guys. That's perfect. Keep on typing that up. Just having a side note chat. But what I was trying to get at here, guys. So yeah, you might need a supplement for that as well. When we're talking about Captain Jack Sparrow here, okay, did he have a um, an Ingle fridge on board the pirate ship back hundreds of years ago when cruising around? Do you reckon they've got an Ingle fridge they can just plug in and store everything in? Nice chest freezer, some ice to keep it cool. No, absolutely not, guys. So, these are old boats. When it's dark, it's dark. There's no electricity on it. Okay, you can't run fridges. You can't keep anything fresh. So the dried meat, all right, it's cured. Has anyone ever had cured meat before? Beef jerky, there's a great example. Okay, so it's dried meat, got the moisture taken out, good source of protein. Okay, and wheat biscuits, so the reality is, guys, if you're a pirate or even on a voyage, we're talking about like Hornblower days. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that TV show, or we're talking about, Master and Commander, all these sorts of, old school sailing boat um, scenarios. They didn't have access to fruit and veg. That's the key thing is they were possibly out for months at a time. Okay, and even water was short. At times. So they often turn to drinking like alcohol because it would be available and yeah, often rationed out to all the people on board, depending on the dynamic, I suppose, of the pirate ship. So we had some good ideas up here before. Could you just get those back up there, guys? But what are some of the health consequences of a limited diet with no fruit and veg? Someone said not enough energy. Absolutely. You are going to be feeling super duper tired aboard that pirate ship. Tony says not enough vitamins to live with or off and energy. So yeah, there was some health consequences. Does anyone know the name of the common problem that pirates or people aboard ships who are traveling either as a passenger or a workie, a worker would have encountered? Yeah, scurvy. Okay, so scurvy, if we want to bring up a definition of that, let's take a look. Absolutely. So that's a really important one. So make sure you do eat your veggies, guys, because then you will avoid this. But the reason scurvy, or what it is basically a deficiency or a shortage in your body system of vitamin C. So often you'd see bleeding sores, tooth loss, anemia, and a reduced rate of healing for injuries. So you could imagine these old pirates. They're blistering up. They've got boils. They're sunburnt. Their teeth are missing. When they get in a sword fight and they lose a leg, and it can be fatal if it's left untreated. So unfortunately, a lot of pirates and people who were cruising around at that time, if you got an injury, you might be at a higher rate of death from infection and what have you. So scurvy is treatable with oral or intravenous vitamin C supplements. So as Richard was saying, the inclusion of certain vegetables, such as oranges or fruits, is going to be quite useful in reducing that, and that's what they need to include. So if you are including a source of vitamin C in your diet, that's going to be fantastic to help with that. But there you go. That looks like a pirate's tooth. Does Captain Feathersword have? I think he's got pretty good teeth because the Wiggles are definitely down with a healthy diet. So these are some of the different things that they'd include there as well. Anyway, enough of that. That's pretty gross. But yeah, as Richard said, there was different ways of treating that, and there's a whole bunch of different stories out available on the web, discovering or explaining scurvy further. So great one, guys. Thanks for taking a look at that. But that was the key thing that we're wanting to take a look at um, with it. So no sources of vitamin A could also be another problem as well. Does anyone know what vitamin A is, or an example of vitamin A? I've never heard of vitamin A. So vitamin A. Am I sharing my screen? Not yet. So vitamin A is another important one, which if you actually don't include this, you have the risk of actually going blind and having poor skin as well. But definitely, you guys would be including this in your diet. So vitamin A is an essential vitamin needed for growth and development, cell recognition, vision, immune function, so staying healthy, and reproduction as well. So if I click on types, if that shows us. Oh, okay, it goes through and shows us. All right, cool. So vitamin A is found in different forms. So preformed vitamin A occurs in meat, fish, and dairy produce. So guess what? If you're a vegan, okay, you're someone that's or a vegetarian, and you're cutting out meat, fish, and dairy produce, the preformed vitamin A is going to be deficient. Provitamin, all right. So this is after it's been formed. It can be vitamin A is also found in stored fruits, vegetables, and other plants as well. So really important that you are including fruits, vegetables, and plant-based products as well to include that in your diet as well. So if you are someone who is veggie, that's completely fine. You're still going to get a source of vitamin A. So just that might be something that you keep an eye on, but you'll definitely meet that from including, provided you do include a variety of fruits, vegetables, and other plant-based products in your diet as well. So we have got so the provitamin in itself is an antioxidant and is converted into vitamin A as needed by the body, so there is no risk of overdose or toxicity. So benefits, these include night blindness. So sorry, a deficiency can lead to night blindness, a higher risk of infections, especially in the throat, chest, abdomen. So just take a look at the veggies that they've got here. What color are most of these veggies here for vitamin A? What's the key color there that you guys see? Orange, absolutely. What's the key one? Has anyone ever said to you to eat? So then you get good night vision. Anyone have an example or a bit of a wives' tale? Carrots. Yeah, if you eat carrots, then you'll be able to see better in the nighttime. So don't know how true that is, but definitely if you don't eat them, you will definitely get some. It will impact on your vision at nighttime for sure as well. Lowers cancer risk, which is great. Treats diabetes. So have a few carrot sticks, guys. Really healthy. So other sources um, include organ meat such as liver, fatty fish, salmon, fish oils, buttermilk, cheese, and eggs. So that's from the ready-made retinol. So it's a source of it already. So our body doesn't need to turn it into um, retinol. Whereas when we eat the plant-based foods, we then convert it into retinol. So our body does the job for it, which is important as well to include that there. So carotenoid, all right, is the source that we actually use. So the orange pigment that contains or controls the color of certain fruits and vegetables. So get your pumpkins, your sweet potatoes, your orange colored fruits such as mangoes, cantaloupes, which Richard, cantaloupes, we also refer to cantaloupes as? Absolutely, rock melon, there you go. I don't know if it's common in Tasmania, people refer to them cantaloupes, or this is just might be an American website. Yeah. So I went to Tassie, did a teaching placement there, and one of the students was using an example and said he'd used cantaloupes, and I was really confused by him because I was like, won't you say rock melon, mate? Like, anyway, um, yeah, aubergine. That's the other one as well for sure. So yeah, there's all these different names for the same fruit or veg. We've also got plant-based plant foods rich in beta carotene, including broccoli, spinach, turnip, leafy green vegetables, zucchini, and peppers. So Emily, if you're brainstorming what to put in your veggie patch this year, I would definitely suggest getting these in there, or even just some of them, because you're going to get a good source of vitamin A as well. Um, so especially young people will be most at risk. So there's certain risks about different levels. Anyway, let's not get into that. Let's go back to the old PowerPoint there and see where we are at. All right. So what are some minerals, vitamins that might be lacking in this meal? Okay, so it looks like we've got some sausages or chivap, or chicken. Could be a chicken chivap or sausage or whatever we want to call it. So basically, we got meat. What else have we got there? What else do you see in this meal? Yeah, we need to add some vitamin A. Absolutely. Let's get some vitamin A in there. So what could we add to this meal to get some vitamin A? Some carrots. Yep, carrots. Okay, you guys type it up there. Put your name up there, guys, and then put something up there that you think that you could add into it to add some color to this. It looks all bland. Okay, you need to get some color into it. So what can we do? We've got orange. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go. Carrot is orange. Okay, what about green? What's something we could add to this meal to get green? A green fruit or veg. Broccoli. Get some brock going. Yep. Beans. Really good one as well. Okay, so you got some options for the green. Okay, so what about red? What could we put out here to get some red into this meal? What's a red fruit or veg? Tomatoes. Capsicum, for sure. Really good choice there, guys. All right. What about any other colors? Yellow. Corn. Great. All right. So picking and choosing around, we have got some really good options to get in there to improve this meal. So absolutely this meal, if you're eating that, you're probably going to you'll feel full, but you might feel a bit tired. If you're going to go off and do some physical activities, your body's not going to be able to get minerals and vitamins which you need to get from the fresh fruit or veg. Okay, so you're going to be deficient in a few of those vitamins. Okay, so that's why it's really important that as a rule of thumb, you're adding some color into all meals. Okay. So what are some minerals, vitamins that might be lacking in this meal? What are some improvements to this meal that we could see? So we got fish and chips. Nothing wrong with fish and chips. But what do we? Yeah, and the thing is with those sauces, we don't know how much salt is in there. All these different preservatives because you can definitely leave them out there. Yeah, absolutely. Get some lettuce on board. What else might we? If we're making a salad, what are some different fruit or veg that we might want to include in this salad to add some color? So we're adding some lettuce that's going to add some green. What else might you want to add into your meal to add some color? Yeah, you could chop up a tomato. I'm going to get some green from the lettuce, some red from the tomatoes. What else do you often see in a salad, guys, that's going to change the color up? Cucumber, really good one. Anything else, guys? Beetroot. Hey, beets are really, really good. Beetroot is delicious. Shredded carrot. Oh, guys, you guys could be chefs. What a fantastic salad you're making here. Does anyone like onion at all? Red onion. Few people like it. Shalise likes it. Tony likes it. Yep. Has anyone ever had olives before? Do you guys like olives? No? Bit salty. Yeah, I think once you get to a certain age, you just take on board anything that has got a salty flavor. But eventually, you'll be like, oh, why have I not been having this on? Um, Fantastic. So wow, Tony's got 750 olive trees on her farm. That's pretty impressive. So I guess you're someone that do you pickle them or was it olive oil that you're making there with it? So Tony, what's the if you have green olives and you have the black olives, are they a different species or have they just been picked at different times? Do you know anything about that at all, Tony? Not sure. Sometimes. So green olive is just not as mature as a or a different species, or it varies completely. Oh, okay, all right, cool. So I guess the flavor would be different again. Cool. All right. Great. All right. Good improvement, guys. Definitely, if you're ordering fish and chips, probably send it back if we're not getting a salad, or order a salad with it as well. So, what are some of the minerals, vitamins that might be lacking in this meal? We've got just spaghetti, we've just got meat, and we've got tomato sauce and one basil leaf. I don't even know if we've got tomatoes in there as well. But what are some improvements you could make to this meal as well? What would you recommend ordering to it? Okay, let's talk about the sauce, guys. What could you do to the sauce to bulk it out and to add some minerals and vitamins? What could we do to add into it? Onion, definitely. Yep, chop up some onion, put that in there. Cut up a tomato, throw that in there as well. As it's cooking away, stir in some tomato for sure. Mushroom, that's a really good one as well. You could put mushroom in your pasta sauce. Absolutely. What else could you put into this pasta sauce to add some vitamins and minerals? It's already, you've changed the color. It might not be clear once it's cooking away, but absolutely if you put all these ingredients out. Capsicum, yeah, you can chop up capsicum. And you can put different coloured capsicum in there, I suppose, as well. You put the yellow, the green, the red. Chop parts of that up and put that in. It's already making it colourful. What else? If I were to give you a grater, what sort of veg could you grate into it? What's one really easy vegetable that you could grate into it? So we're talking about vegetables, not cheese. You could try and grate beans. You could put beans. You could put a tin of beans into it for sure. Carrots, absolutely. Carrot can be grated. What else could we grate up? You could put in eggplant. Put in zucchini. Put in sweet potato. Could put in pumpkin. Absolutely. Good diversity there again, guys. All right. So there's a few different things that you can add into it, which is basically potato. Yeah, you could put in some potato as well. Um, so what are ways you can improve the vitamin and mineral content in your meals? As a rule of thumb, what do you reckon, guys? What could we do to improve the vitamin and mineral content in your meals? So straight away from tonight, all right, let's say that you were about to cook a lovely spag bowl, all right, and you've got pasta, you've bought the meat, and you've bought the can of tomato puree that you're going to tip into it. What could we do straight away as well? If we're at the checkout and we're about to finish off there, what could we do? What would you recommend? Vitamins and mineral content. Need to improve this. What could we do? What would you recommend? Yeah, try and put some veggies in there with different colors. Fantastic. That is a really good rule of thumb for sure. So, circulate through, even if you're on a bit of a budget, there is always, going to be food that will be on special as well. You'll find that there's going to be some veggies that might be reduced. Add natural foods into the meal is really important as well. Okay, so non-processed ones as well. So definitely, your tinned um, fruits and veg are going to be, containing vitamins and minerals, but they're also going to contain some preservatives, okay? Because that's why they can sit on the shelf for multiple years. Whereas if you go to the fruit and veg shop, guaranteed going to be a really good source of vitamins and minerals. Okay, fresh fruit and veg always can be improved and put into it as well. Really important. Great. So how can you include more water into your day? It is coming up to a hot day, all right? So this is pretty relevant to us, guys. 36 on Thursday. What should we be doing on Thursday, or if not even today, because it's really warm? What could we be doing to include more water into our day? Have a cup of water every hour. We could include fruits, veg, water, and ice. So, does anyone have any ideas of any fruits that contain a lot of water? Is there any favorite? Nice one, guys. Richard, you gave it away. Watermelon, definitely. So, having a watermelon is going to be a really, really, you're going to get some vitamins and minerals from it as well. But it's a really good way to stay hydrated as well if you're consuming that as well. yeah, you can consume cucumbers as well, bananas. You know, you might make up a bit of a smoothie and get some liquid in through that as well, and get some vitamins and minerals, some good energy source there as well. But definitely just drinking water um, is really important as well. Okay, so carry a drink bottle around with you and make sure you are drinking water. So what's bad if we're consuming, we want, you know, soft drink has got water in it, but what's a risk of drinking soft drink all day? So if I were to go, all right, it's gonna be a hot day, I'm gonna go to Macca's and get myself a frozen Coke because I know it's got ice in it. What's what's a bad thing about getting a frozen Coke? Oh, Fatima, are you wanting to share something? Yeah. Did you want to unmute yourself? Why would it be a bad idea if Richard and I go up to KFC or to wherever we can get a frozen Coke and we go and get a big Slurpee, all right, 1.2 litre each, and we're going to be sipping on that all day? What's going to happen? Sorry, I can't quite hear you, but I think you've put in the correct answer on the whiteboard. Absolutely, the sugar content. We might as well be, you know, getting like a big water bottle and then adding in, filling it up half with sugar. Okay, way too much sugar. It's not going to be healthy for us. So we'd be better off to just have water, or you know, continue drinking cups of tea, because even though it's warm, it's going to have liquid in it, or even, you know, blending up a smoothie, a bit of a fruit smoothie. So we could throw in some of those really good ones that you've mixed up there. Does anyone have a favorite fruit smoothie? Is anyone keen on those? Yeah, Shalice's. What's your favorite sort of smoothie that you'd have? Banana or watermelon? Cool. So do you know what, Shalice? You can actually make your own like ice blocks as well. Yeah, boost drinks are surprisingly can be unhealthy as well, depending on which one you get. There is a lot of other products that they put into it, for sure. So the best thing you can do is sometimes freeze your own, you know, ice blocks as well. If you've got that, make that an option. You know, make it into an activity. You can blend up um, some fruits and some water, some ice into it, and then pour it out into your pre frozen, or your container basically, and then freeze it, and you've got yourself a nice um, snack as well to keep you cool and to consume more water into your day as well. All right. So, success criteria. Can you tell me what you need to eat to avoid scurvy? So, what vitamin do we need to avoid scurvy? Can everyone please text chat that through to me? What vitamin? What vitamin? Even do a quick Google if you need to double check that. Try double check it. But what vitamin do you need to include in your diet to avoid scurvy? And what sort of fruits or veg could you include to reduce or eliminate scurvy? So hoping to hear from everyone here. So Ainsley, Alabama, Cohen, Emily, Fatima, Hannah, Jai, Gemma, Nick, Oliver, Shalise, Shanti, Tony. Wanting to hear from everyone here, please. If you can text chat that through. What vitamin do you need to include to avoid scurvy? Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Oliver E. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Fatima. So, Jai, double check that one, please. Ainsley, thank you. Hoping to hear from everyone, all right? And then we'll move on to the second success criteria. So, everyone, please text chat in. Thanks, Jai. So, once again, guys, just wanting to hear from everyone. Cool. I reckon we've got almost half the class. There's still some people here that need to text chat me what they need to include in their diet to avoid scurvy. Thanks, Alabama. That's very description. So, Jack, you've got access to Google. Type in the word scurvy and tell me what vitamin it comes up with that you need to consume to avoid turning into a pirate. So I've heard from Shanti. Thanks, Shanti. Good one. Thanks, Alabama. Thanks, Shalise. Thanks, Jai. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Oliver. Thanks, Jai. Thanks, Ainsley. Thanks, Fatima. Thanks, Hannah. So, Cohen, can you just throw in an answer there, please? So, just waiting to hear from Jack. And thanks, Jack. Awesome. You got it, mate. Fantastic. And Cohen, do I miss yours? Just waiting to see if you can text that, check that through, please, Cohen. All right, guys, absolutely. So our key ingredient that we need to include in our diet is vitamin C, which can be gathered in from a variety of vegetables and fruits. Vitamin C, all right, from fruit and veg. You can improve a meal to make it contain more micronutrients. So what could we do to include more micronutrients or nutrients in general? Jai, what would you think? Do you think Vegemite is healthy? So Jai's raised a really good issue. He says that it contains a lot of vitamin C. But I'm going to just bring over in a moment. I'll share this with you guys. Because I just want to show you the label, the nutritional information label, because there's some other things included in it, which is not great for you, or large servings of it. So you can improve a meal to make it contain more micronutrients by including colourful fruit and veg. Okay, that's what you need to do in the after lesson work, is add lots of colourful fruit and veg into your meals. Okay, and that is going to up the micronutrients in your diet. So you know how important water is to feel good throughout the day, so make sure you drink lots of water as well. So really quickly, guys, just to take it as an example, so Vegemite, I don't know if this is a myth, Richard, but it's sourced from the base of after brewing beer, and it's all the sludge that they've. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's probably not. Um, yeah. So just like you've got different brands of peanut butter, okay, you've got different brands of yeast spread, I suppose. You've got Vegemite, you've got Promite, basically the same. Yeah, it's just Vegemite has got a very iconic name, I suppose, and it's really quite strong out there. So, um, you have got the riboflavin, all right? So that's 25% of a. So yeah, there's a large source of that as well. But when you look at the sodium, all right, so the salt, it's quite high as well. So I don't think this is going to be super bad, but it has B vitamins within it as well, which is one of their biggest marketing hits. But once again, Jai, all right, we want to make sure that we're including a variety. So straight away, all right, Vegemite. How long can you keep this in your shelf, in your pantry? Do you reckon versus a banana or versus an orange? If I were to put a jar in the pantry or even just on Richard's desk and then leave an orange there and leave it there for the year, which one do you reckon would go off first? What one would you put your money on that will go off first? The orange or the Vegemite? What do you reckon, guys? Yeah, Vegemite will last longer, but any fresh fruit or veg is definitely going to go off. So make sure you do get a variety of fresh fruit and veg into your diet, because I guarantee you, just like the example, if I were to eat honey for the rest of my life, I'm going to have some problems. So likewise, if I just eat Vegemite on toast, I'm going to have problems. All right, so I need to include a variety. So it's completely fine to have Vegemite on toast, but make sure you have a piece of fruit with that as well, because that alone may well not be healthy. So variety. I think our rule was three different types of food groups in each meal as well. Okay, so I wouldn't be using Vegemite as a staple jar, as a staple of food. All right. Alrighty. So that is that. So colorful and healthy meals is in Google Classroom and it is up available for you to jump on board and get working onto. So I'll share my desktop there and we will go back to, I can get rid of this one. And hey, there it is. Let's move this across because that's the portion that I'm recording on. There you go, you guys. So you can see that. So if you're in the recording right now and you're listening to it, please go to Google Classroom, sign in, go to week 3, Health Tuesday, go to the task, open it up, and have a crack at it. Okay, so if you've watched this, fantastic, but you now need to go into Google Classroom and complete the after lesson learning. Richard, is there anything else we want to include at all? Fantastic. Sure. So for the benefit of the recording guys, there is an ed puzzle Richard has asked us to watch for tomorrow's English lesson. So please do check this later on today and complete the ed puzzle that he is going to set after lunch. Alrighty guys, fantastic. I'm going to stop our